Good morning to each of you. This is Monday, February 3rd, 2020. I am interrupting what I had intended to do on this Monday musing to speak to the tragic occurrence of the loss of life of one of the children of Dr. Barbie Norvell in the past few days. Many of you are already aware of this event, but as you know, Dr. Barbie is a professor in curriculum and instruction, early childhood, elementary, and one of our valued colleagues there. Very unexpectedly, her daughter, Kaylee, suffered a grand mal seizure a few days ago and did not awaken from that seizure. She leaves behind a 2-year-old daughter and a grief-stricken husband in Arizona. And Dr. Norvell is leaving to go there soon. Many of you have suffered the loss of family members. We have had faculty and staff who have suffered the loss of children over the past several years. Perhaps this is one of the most difficult grief experiences that anyone can go through. I believe grief is the most common human experience. Grief is the natural human response to any kind of loss, whether it's perceived or real. Sometimes we have lost a valuable possession only to find it again, and that was really a perceived loss, not a real and lasting loss. But we went through a minor grief process even then. There are minor griefs and there are major griefs that come to all of our lives, but probably none of us can imagine a greater shock to our system than the unexpected loss of a young adult child. In this case, when the loss is sudden and a shock, there is no opportunity for anticipatory grief. When a person is diagnosed with a long-term illness and it turns out to be terminal, there are many days and sometimes months and maybe even years of preparation and imagination. However, I do not want to minimize, and we should not minimize, that the severity, the finality of the loss when it occurs is still a great shock to our system and demands a long period of adjustment, even when we may have known and anticipated long ahead that the loss was going to occur. But then when life sneaks up on you from behind and unaware, you are robbed of someone like this. It is a tragedy from our perspective of the greatest magnitude. Life will never be the same for Barbie, never be the same for Barbie's granddaughter, never be the same for her son-in-law, nor the rest of her family. It will be a long period of adjustment. How should we respond? You know that we often say that we're a family here in the School of Education, and we are. You also know that I often make mention of the fact that we need to keep professional boundaries between ourselves and our colleagues, and that is also true. It is a delicate balance. It is a fine line that we walk. But at this particular time, I think those boundaries that are professional probably need to be ignored, and we need to respond more as a family. So I hope when Barbie returns, and even in our communication with her while she is away, that we will simply shoulder up with her and get under this great burden and help her to walk with that burden until she can walk on her own again. People often wonder, what am I supposed to say? You don't really have to say anything. Your presence, your gifts, your expressions of love and concern and support, your tears are often gifts that can bring great healing and support to a person who is walking in grief. It will take a long time for Barbie to recover, I'm sure. We may need to step up to the plate and help her with academic responsibilities or other responsibilities on campus that she may have, and we will be happy to do that. I want to encourage you, if you have a spiritual dimension to your life, and I think most of you do, that you do not cease to pray for Barbie and her family during this particular time, and pray for me and pray for each other, that we will know how to respond to her appropriately and in a manner that will help her to the greatest degree, both near and far, sooner and later, immediately and as time goes on. We are needy people. We are weak, and we need the strength and support of others. And in the School of Education family, this is an opportunity for us to love and to care and to support and strengthen those who have suffered this loss. So I want to thank you in advance and join with you in providing that support.